Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi, I'm Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination. I am here with my lovely co-host, Iron Dogger.
Hey,
Good to see you.
good to see you. How's it going?
It's going good. Going good. I hope everybody in chat is doing good. It's good to see so many people here already. Although the number saes exactly 0. Oh, there it goes. 23. I
Hey, that's
was
my
like,
race
what?
number.
No, I see them there. Where?
Peekaboo.
So you're in Anchorage right now, huh?
Yep, I made the drive. I'm at my mom's house, hence the
Right on.
fanciness. But yeah. So just had pasta fazool dinner. So
Oh, no.
yeah, I'm all stuffed,
I
spoiled
miss.
and happy.
The thing I miss is those Italian families.
Yeah, we know
My
how to do it up, right?
yeah. My first wife was half Italian, half Irish, and her mom was full Italian, and oh, man, could she cook? And then you go to these like these holidays in Brooklyn, with all the Italian friends over there, and I'm gonna make myself hungry thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Very good.
Where you call it gravy and not sauce,
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
So who do we got here tonight?
And a week here, probably. Well, half a week. But
first off, what's up to my moderators? Big Rob, what's going on?
hey,
Mr. Lee, what's up, man?
what's up?
Squatch and Cowboy, what's going on, Joe? Katie G, hello.
Hey, Katie.
Mid-South Sasquatch Cryptid Research, what's going on?
Hey.
Rex Hand, good evening. Gary Spike Sr., how you doing tonight?
Right on.
Yeah, I'm Hoosier. Jimbo. Jimbo, glad to hear that the x-rays were, clean. That's cool. I guess he had some x-rays done and it all came back good.
Oh, good.
I'm just, I had scrolled through chat a little bit before. Paul T, what's up, man? He's got a pirate joke.
Oh, all right.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't like that.
What?
No, the way the banners, you'll see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Let's see. Let's try that. No. There we go.
All righty.
Sorry. I was playing around with it before and I didn't set it back to default. I was changing the color because it's Tuesday and, well, I got it close to pink.
It's pretty close. It's like a lilac-y purple.
Ramiel, hello.
Hey.
Jen.
Hey.
J. Cappy.
Oh, wow.
That's Jen. Well, no one knows who Jen is, so she had to put J. Cappy just to remind everybody. Oh, by the way, it's me. Pretty soon she'll be able to drop the J. Cappy. Ruth Maris, how are you? Where's the other half?
Not so remote Alaska. Hey.
Hey, Sandra. Who else? What'd you say about Alaska?
There's someone in the chat that their thing is not so remote Alaska. What's their name?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I scrolled way too far back. I'm like lost.
Are you lost in there?
Lost in chat.
Come back! Come back!
So what's new with you? We don't talk anymore. See you once a week.
Jeez.
You're out random nodding.
Been out
in the woods,
exploring, getting disturbed in the middle of the night. But
How's that working out for you with the randonauting? You're finding things that you're setting out to find, or is that not how it
no,
works?
well, I don't know. I always do Bigfoot. I need to maybe switch it up a little.
You call it Sasquatch?
Something. I need to do something. Yeah. And so the other day, the other night I was sitting there messing with the app and it kept dropping points across the lake. And so to get across the lake, you're either going to kayak, or canoe across the lake or take a four-wheeler over there. And so it's not something that I'd just go hop and go run over there real quick. So I planned, had to plan it. And so I had probably about 8 or 9 drops over there. And I'm like, okay,
Wow.
I got quite a collection. Let's go check it out. And so Jake went into Anchorage and Joe and I were out at the cabin alone. And I'm like, hey. And so he's like, I'll take you. Because everybody knows I'll just go by myself if they don't go. So we made
Yeah,
it.
you need a chaperone out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying this to a woman who did 2,000 miles in how many hours? 30 something. Yeah, on a snowmobile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they need to put a throttle block on anything I ride anymore.
Governor.
Yeah.
Mike's Adventures. What's up, Mike?
Hey.
Papa Craig.
Hey. Hi, Nana.
Blue-eyed Northern.
Oh, hi. Yeah, so we went out and had a good time.
So does Beast. What's up there, buddy?
What's up, Mark? I failed epically the other night. Okay, so they had these crazy noises outside the cabin. It was like 3 in the morning. And everybody was asleep.
That noise?
Yeah. It was like there was a few different noises in there. Anyhow, so I could hear it in the cabin, and I thought, what is that? Obviously loud that I could hear it in the cabin. So I, opened the door and I'm standing there with the screen door and you could hear it, and so I started recording and I went out the cabin, and it's funny because I had the thing facing me. I couldn't tell because it was dark and I couldn't tell, but it was
camera's facing you.
Like a dork. Anyhow, so I get out there and I'm like trying to figure out why the cabin kept showing in the camera. But that sound was getting louder and louder, and it kept coming like up towards the cabin. And so, before I went gallivanting off the porch to go see what it was, I decided I should probably go in and tell someone what the heck I was doing. So I woke my husband up and he's like, oh, I want to hear this. So he comes outside and of course, silent, dead silent. Like you wouldn't even hear, not even a car drove by. Like it was silence. And I'm like, I'm serious. It was here. So again,
but you recorded it. So,
yeah.
So
and I played it.
So I knew what it sounded like.
Yeah. He's like, that doesn't sound like anything. He was like, I can't tell what that is. So that was that first recording. So when he went to bed, I was like, I'll be damned. I'm going to get a damn recording of this thing. I'll go get a picture of it if I have to. So
go hog tie it.
And so I was like, oh, halfway through one of my recordings, I was like, duh, you got your Zoom, my little audio recorder thing. So I went raffling into the cabin, digging through all of my crap, pull it out, and it was dead. Battery's dead. Oh, yeah. So bummed.
Bobby Ounce. Good to see you.
Hey.
Who else? Roku. What's happening? Ida Bustamante.
Hey.
I know I said hi to Sharon, didn't I? Yeah, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. It sounded like a bird at one point. Then it would sound like a bug.
See, I thought bug when I heard it.
Yeah, and then it would sound like a heavy, like a big animal laboring to breathe. Like the closer I would get to it, it was like, like this deep, like it sounded like it was like what I
abnormally
attributed it to was someone had shot an animal.
Oh.
And it had walked off, and that's what it was like. That's what it sounded like.
Because I mean, people who have described Bigfoot breathing, when they've heard it breathe, said it was this deep, really deep, raspy, like someone with struggling to breathe, like they have asthma.
That's what
But
it
it's
sounded
but
like.
it's big lung, big
Yeah.
capacity. You can hear how deep it is.
Yeah, I expected a bear or some animal to be dead over that cliff. Like that's what I expected to see.
Hmm.
But nothing. Like there was nothing out there. But that cliff side of the cabin is super steep.
Joe Parker, you are in the Alaska Triangle.
Well, technically, almost everybody lives in the Alaska Triangle. In Alaska.
Big fucking triangle.
I know. It's the most populated, like it hits the most populated areas
Yeah.
of Alaska. So, but yes.
Who am I missing? I hate missing people in chat.
Yeah. Hey, Rich.
There he is, Lewis. What's up, man?
What's up? Aw, thank you. Sometimes I wonder.
It's usually first thing in the morning.
Exactly. Which is, I slept on the way into town.
Yeah, I was gonna say morning is kind of relative.
Exactly.
Uncle Bones, what's happening?
What's up?
Who else? So yeah, been watching a lot of podcasts and stuff, and a lot of Dixie Cryptid and all these other people that had gone to this Gatlinburg Bigfoot conference.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it sounds like everybody had a good time.
Right
It
on.
was a really cool event. A lot of people showed up. I think they oversold it by like 500 people, or where people had to
Really?
wait.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. No thanks. I mean, I'd love to be inside and doing it, but waiting like that on lines, I'm like, I mean, if there was a roller coaster at the under the line, I'd wait. But
Yeah, right. A thrill
um, but yeah, but I find this funny, and if people paid attention, they'll know what I'm talking about. A lot of people that were there, they're saying that they're okay. If I go there, I expect people to be nice. And if they're
cordial.
not nice, then I would be surprised. Right? Okay. Well, like I hear people saying, "Oh, I'm surprised at how nice everybody was." Well, really? If I had the expectation of everybody being an asshole when I got there, I wouldn't go.
Well, that's one way to put it.
No, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, people are great at these. Just to meet everybody is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's just funny how people say, "I'm surprised everybody was so nice."
What are you expecting?
Yeah.
Well, you never kind of know, especially with a topic like this, what
Then
you're gonna find.
sure, but you know what? And it's the stories, these stories that come out of it, these little personal encounters. Mark had one. He was talking about it on his show with elderly, gentleman who approached him, and I had a similar an encounter. Somebody approached me, this elderly gentleman, and I say elderly. I'm getting up there. And he just grabbed my arm and he was like, "Hey man, I really appreciate what you do. I love your show." And then he walked out. I mean, like he walked out the door. He left. I don't know if he came back. I don't remember seeing him after that, but it just, he was so sincere, and it really touched me.
Wow.
And I know his name, or what he said his name was. I keep an eye out for him. Maybe some of you guys have heard of him. I think he goes by Breeze, like Breeze.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm.
anybody, you know,
I'll be looking for him now, though.
he might just be, you know, maybe he doesn't pop into chat. Maybe he just hangs out and, you know, which is fantastic. You know, not everybody, chat's not for everybody. That's for sure.
No.
um, so yeah, all these different stories, you know, Cam Buckner, you know, he was telling stories that, you know, experiences he had meeting people, and, you know, and he was surprised. He was another one. I was surprised how friendly everybody was. Like, yeah. Or how friendly they were to my wife, or, you know, I was like, well, that's, you know, they're part of you. So of course they're going to be friendly, you know, to your
Well, I wonder
spouse.
if maybe some of them come across very serious on their channel and stuff, you know, like when a lot of people do come across very serious.
Oh
And
yeah.
so when you meet them and they have this
Wound too
whole
tight.
other, yeah, exactly. Spun a little, but yeah.
Mm.
And so when you meet them and they're, you know, easy going and, you know, kind of throws people off sometimes, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, me, business Jackie, and then off work Jackie are two different.
And then there's that other Jackie that's
And then
has a YouTube channel.
we don't talk much about that one. We don't let her out much.
just 15 seconds at a time.
Right. A little tiny little. She gets to make guest appearances.
Too funny.
Yeah.
Murray, what's happening, man? Hey, Wit.
What's up? Wit. Oh man, we haven't heard from
Oh,
Wit.
there's Breeze.
What's
Fucking
up?
A, man.
Right on.
And dude, it was a pleasure meeting you, dude. It really was. And you know, I'm glad you're here.
That's so awesome.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Very awesome.
It was awesome meeting you. I'm gonna cry. No.
Here's a tissue somewhere. I'm in my mom's office. She's got them somewhere. I know.
I have a sleeve.
Oh,
Too funny. You know, shit. We're just babbling on and on. We're 20 minutes into this. I'm 17, almost 18 minutes, and I haven't even thought to put the fucking link in chat.
oh, hey, by the way,
Like, oh, we're you know, just blah blah blah.
we're live. By the way,
Yeah. Yesterday, I caught my first snook. That was yeah. I heard all about them, and then finally hooked into one, and it was just a small one, but it was a snook.
are they a
So
fighter?
now I know what they look like, and
Are they a fighter?
yeah, they're a sport fish. What else? You know, me doing these shorts lately. You know, I don't know what else to do. You know, it's kind of where I'm always damn fishing at the thing, and every time I see dolphins all the time, but every time I go to friggin' film them, they're like, I have better luck shooting Bigfoot. You know, as soon as that camera comes out, they're gone.
Like,
Did I say schmuck? Did I use the word schmuck? I don't know.
no.
Oh, Katie, I just did he say schmuck? Schmuck in Yiddish is actually dick.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
oh, sweet. I'm gonna have to remember that.
Yeah. So if somebody calls you a schmuck, they're calling you a dick.
Right on.
Oh, that's why she said, did he say schmuck? No, snook.
Nikki.
SNOOK.
That's funny. So we have a new member of the family. My nephew and his wife, Leighton's parents, have just had another baby girl.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So that makes you a great aunt.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
No, it's
Congratulations.
according
Oh,
to the kids. It's awesome, aunt. But
why not?
why
I
not?
think you're pretty awesome. All right, let me copy this. And guys, you know the drill. Anybody wants to pop on, say hi. You got a story to tell. If you're new, um, just click on the link I'm about to post.
So,
Yeah.
not sure because you don't like to. Well, I shouldn't say you don't like to watch videos, but they probably don't come up into your feed too often. But there is. Remember, we had. Oh, I am so terrible with names, so forgive me. But the gentleman that came on, what was it, a few weeks ago, that was going out to Port Chatham, Wake and Bake.
Yeah.
Wake and Baked, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's out there. Well, he's put up a couple videos, but they were not what I expected, but I am so pleasantly they're funny. They're really, really funny. It's a totally different take on the
Really?
whole. Yes, it is awesome. I love it, but I've got a sense of humor. So it's great. So he is the hairy man. Like he's like the hairy man out in Port Chatham, and he's talking about how
Oh, he's doing it from the Bigfoot's point of
misrepresented.
view.
Yes, it
Awesome.
is
Awesome.
awesome. I
I
love
have I have like shit like that I want to do,
it.
but with cartoons.
Oh yeah, you should. It's
Hold
great. I
on.
love it.
We're gonna bring on Mid-South Sasquatch. What's up?
Hey guys.
All
How you
right.
doing? You getting any echo or anything?
Nah, no, not so far.
Awesome.
Look at my hair. Jesus.
It'll be mine.
Oh, it's
So
been
what's
a
on your
while
mind,
since I've
man?
been on. Not much. This heat. This heat's killing me.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Yeah, so I put a post or I commented a little while ago. I spent 3 hours out of Pigeon Creek doing a video. I came across some amazing structures, and I forgot to hit the damn record button on my laptop.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
I got out of there and I'm looking at the damn camera and it ain't got no time thing on it. And I'm like, what the hell? That's what I get for not having no weed, I guess. I don't know.
Could
I've
be.
been out for like 4 days. I ain't been to the dispensary.
Oh man, you just might as well give it up forever now. 4 days.
Dispensary's kind of high.
At that point.
Yeah,
I mean,
they nail you with taxes so bad.
man, they're high. I mean, for like an eighth, it's like $60 for some of their top shelf, and hell, I can go to a street dealer for $10 and get the same thing.
Right? Yeah. Alaska is ridiculous.
Well. Wonder Woman, how are you? Can Squatch?
So where are you at in Mid-South?
I'm in Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
4 miles from the Missouri border,
Oh, wow.
right in the middle of the Ozarks.
Okay, that's heavy active.
Heavy activity. I went here about 3 weeks ago. I went to a woman's property. She's got ongoing activity every single night. And I went out and I camped out in her yard. She lives 9 miles from the nearest road and 15 miles from the nearest town. And she lives in like one of these Lowe's sheds that's converted into an apartment. She's got like 2 of them backed up to each other, and it's a house. But yeah, we had activity out that night. I did a live stream, but the live stream didn't come in too good because I mean, it kept cutting in and out from where we was at. But her house sits right up on top of a mountain, and all the way around the mountain, it's like a shelf. You can walk the perimeter, and it's like a 200-foot drop
Damn.
down. But she told me about some caves that was down there. I really wanted to go explore them caves, but she was like, I'm not going in there. I was like, I will. I said, I'll go. She said, I wouldn't go alone if I was you, but it was really cool. The outer perimeter of her house, I spent about about 2 hours out there the next day. Oh man, I came across some structures that were like straight out of Colorado. I mean, the trees were so huge and just bent and curled around. It was awesome. It was like a step foot off into Mark Abel's world. And I've got some footage on it.
I don't want to be in
and a
that
video
world.
called we got a video called Sasquatch are definitely on this property. And of course, every video we put up, everybody sees something, in the video. So
Sure.
but I screenshotted a couple shots, and sure enough, there's one crouched down by a tree, and it's I mean, I put it on Facebook on a bunch of my groups, and of course it's blurry, but we all got crappy cameras, so we could have the best camera in the world, it'll still be blurry.
I wonder if it's because we're shaking too much when we're taking the picture.
Yeah. Or I don't know. I don't know if it's the infrasound or what it is that affects the camera, but I've seen on Armstrong's Supernatural Earth Beings channel. Man, he's got some awesome footage. He used to be called 10 Men Bigfoot Research was his first channel. And now it's called Armstrong's Earth Beings Tracker Channel. He's got some awesome footage. He's up in Canada. All his research is out of Canada. And he lives out there in the woods with them. And he goes out there with just a pair of sandals, a camera, and himself, and a hammock. And he'll sleep out there in his hammock or, beside his car, and he'll film, and a lot of his videos have, if you look good enough, you can see them. You could see them in the trees. You could see them in the bushes moving. And he's not credited like he should, but yeah, it's awesome.
And what's his name again?
Yeah.
Armstrong Earth Beings Tracker Channel. Now, I've been watching which he's been on Facebook, or not Facebook, but YouTube for a while. But the Daily Dan blog. Have y'all heard of him?
No.
Oh, yeah, he's my buddy.
He's crazy, man. I love that guy, man. He's crazy.
He's probably
he's
probably
a trip.
in the wings.
I laugh my ass off. Every video he makes, he's walking through the woods and he hates spiders, and he's going through spider webs, and he's going, oh shit, damn spiders.
Cracks me up.
Greetings from South Carolina.
He'll step into a big old hole, and he's like, God damn, a fucking hole. He cusses big time on his channel and don't give a shit. He'll tell everybody, if you don't like my cussing, fuck off.
Yeah.
And he's got like 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, he's got like 4 channels too.
He's got
he's got Daily Dan blog, and he's got some other channels too.
Good stuff and something else.
He's crazy. He walks around the woods with a big old blunt in his hand, and he's crazy.
What's your channel again?
Mid-South Sasquatch Cryptid Research. You got about 200 more subscribers than I do. I remember at one time we were like head and head.
Oh.
Yeah, don't even get me started on subscribers right now.
Man, YouTube is taking off subscribers, man. I think they're deleting subscribers. Squatching Cowboy said something about that earlier. And man, look at my hair. Jesus Christ. I know.
I'm not even going to say it.
I left my hat, so.
No, mine.
Anyway,
we're hang on a second.
Damn weed! I swear to God.
LockBeard, you better behave.
What's up, Blackbeard?
What do you mean, Mogi? I'm always on my best behavior. Mid-South, I gotta tell you, I'd fire your hairstylist. They must be like Stevie Wonder, blind as a bat.
What do you say? I couldn't hear that.
He said your hairdresser must be like Stevie Wonder, blind as a bat.
Yeah, I bought a comb about 3 weeks ago. I don't think I ever used it.
Yeah, your hair looks like a jack-o'-lantern. It's like instead of summer
Yeah,
teeth,
my
it's
luck's
summer
like a
hair.
bald
Someone's
guy who
over
just
here,
won a
someone's
comb.
over there.
Yeah, it's hard to hear you, Blackbeard.
Sorry, I'm undercover. Yeah, I'm in the crow's nest drinking rum. But
What's
I must
going
say
on?
that I was wondering this today as I was sailing. It was bright skies and beautiful day, and we had no wind, and I had to whip the scallywags to move the boat along. If Mogi Monster ever gets swag and he puts T-shirts and hats and all of that stuff in the store, would that be called scally swag?
That's a good question.
That
But
is a
I
good
don't know.
question.
Okay.
Good to ponder.
I try not to ponder too much, Jackie. Absent mind, absent captain. We go off course, and next thing you know, we're in Tahiti instead of Talawani.
Happens a lot.
Yeah,
Right
so
off
much
the-
for the North Star. I can't see it. Why? Blind as a bat, drunk.
Followed the wrong one.
Wrong.
Oh, you're seeing 3 of them.
Yeah, you always go for the one in the middle.
Go for the one in the middle.
But how the hell are you guys? What are you doing?
Just chilling, man.
Cool, man.
Hanging
Cool.
out.
Mid-South, I was only kidding about your hair. Mine's is worse. Trust me.
Oh
that's
man,
why
I
I'm sitting-
ain't worried about that.
That's why I'm sitting in the dock, dude. I don't want nobody.
That's why I wear hats.
Dude, it's
I am not a hat person.
Right now. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, do you have a comb?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I always got on to people that sit there and spend 30 minutes in the bathroom combing their hair, and then they walk out the door, put a hat on.
Right?
The only hair I comb is my chest hair. I got a part in the middle.
It's a little too much information on that one.
Oh, he's just being funny.
I know it. I know it.
Dude, it's humor, man. I don't have a duck's head. I don't have a duck's ass in the front. I don't have a duck's ass in the back. I can't even swim, and I own a boat.
That's bad. So you ain't gonna go down with your ship, right?
Fuck no! I'm jumping off and I'm leaving everybody for themselves. I'd be like that guy that crashed the Cornunovia there into the reef. Every man for himself. Fuck y'all. I'm leaving. No,
Who else?
Dude, I would never do that. The captain is always last man off the boat.
Yeah. Captain's supposed to go down with a ship.
You don't do that. I'm just having a little fun, making y'all laugh, doing what I do. But yeah, I was, just figured, a few of you guys wanted to say hello. And I wanted to put this out there, and I just wanted to mention this in my LockBeard voice, of course. Yar, mateys. Stay tuned for the last 15 minutes of WTF. It's when Papa Craig comes on and he talks about Mr. V's fascination with whale wangs. It's Sea Captain Papa Craig and his whale wang stories.
Oh, crap.
But anyway, I gotta climb down and hope he don't break me neck because I gotta get me into the bottle of rum. I must say it's a tough life being a pirate, but somebody's gotta fucking do it. All right, all you scallywags, get back to doing what you were doing because I'm leaving.
I forgot what we were doing.
Me too. I just.
Thanks, Paulie. So yeah, you were talking about Daily Dan. More than likely, he'll pop on at some point. He likes to come on late. Probably.
That's cool.
Late.
Yeah, I did a shout out. To him on one of my live streams. I guess about a week ago. I got a research site that's on the outskirts of Mountain Home. It's got a big rock quarry there. It's about 600 acres. I know the woods, but found a lot of evidence out there, and which is what was really cool though. I found a cellar that was like, I don't know how long ago it was made, but it was made out of stone, out of all the Arkansas stone. There's steps going down into it, but over time, the leaves that have fallen has filled it all the way almost to the top. But I've got several people that's wanting to come down here and help me dig it out just to see what's down there, you know.
Sure.
And it's pretty cool. It's like there's no houses anywhere around it. There's no foundation anywhere that a house was sitting on. I mean, normally you would see like, you know, pillars or bricks or stones
Well, you get,
that
or a root
surround
cellar.
an area, but you know, it could be anything. No
Yeah.
telling. But all around this cellar, there's these huge X's and double breaks and bends, and this one bend that's there. I mean, it's this huge cedar tree. You know how hard it is to bend a cedar tree? I couldn't even break a branch off of one. And I was on live. I was like, look, I said, here's a branch that's about the size, about that big around. I'm sitting there pulling on this damn thing, trying to break it, and it's pulling me back. And so I pan over and I said, look at this damn cedar tree. The cedar tree is like 40 foot tall and is bent completely over and got another cedar tree that's been uprooted with the roots sticking up in the air, making an X formation at the end of the cedar tree. And you can go on to, I got a new group on Facebook called Arkansas Bigfoot Society, and the main picture on the page is that big bend with that uprooted cedar tree. It's pretty cool.
You said it's like a 40-foot tree?
It's like a 40-foot tree that's bent over in an arch, and has another cedar tree that's been uprooted upside down, making an X formation at the end. I've seen many of that style of structures to where it's bent over with an X formation right there at the tip of the tree. I've seen that everywhere up here. I mean, a lot of places in the forest, I go a good mile and a half into the woods, and that's the first thing I come across. Then I come across these double breaks where there's a break, and then right in front of it, there's another break. And then in front of that, there's a bend. And then in front of the bend, there's an X. And I keep following it, and then I come across prints. And then, you know, I learned in my first years of research to follow the structures. You know, if you follow the structures, you find them. And usually they're around their structures, especially the ones that make the structures. There's usually one or two around the
How long have you
area
been doing
of the
this?
structures. Do what?
How long you been doing this?
Well, before YouTube, I mean, I've been doing it for 25 years.
Okay.
You know, and I've been on YouTube for 9 years.
Oh, awesome.
My first channel didn't go quite so well. I probably had 200 subscribers, and I let it go. And I gave it a break for about a year. I came back to YouTube, and I had my channel was called Memphis Sasquatch, and I had that channel for a couple of years. It gained probably about 600 subscribers, and then I got locked out of that channel. I got into it with 2 other channels on YouTube, and we had a big live war between all 3 of us. I'm not going to mention the 2 channels, but
All right.
yeah. One of the channels was a bigger channel than mine. I mean, right now he's got like 25,000 subscribers, and he went on to Facebook, and his group on Facebook flagged my channel like 100 times and locked me out of it. So that was my punishment for cussing him out on live YouTube. And so I was like sort of a dick on my first few years on YouTube. I didn't like give a shit and didn't care about my subscribers. You know, I was, you know, I don't care if you unsub or not, you know, kiss my ass. But now since I've had Mid-South Sasquatch, for the past 3 years, I'm much more low key and much more mellow, you know, up in my years. I had another channel called Bigfoot Memphis for, I don't know, about 3-4 years. I had that channel, and I was connected to a couple other channels that sort of fell, and so I let that channel go. And when I created Mid-South Sasquatch, it was actually the name I first wanted for my channel when I first started, but living in the Mid-South where I was at the time, I was living in Memphis, Tennessee, and everywhere you go in Memphis, you see Mid-South this, Mid-South cleaners, Mid-South
Yeah.
Dodge, Mid-South, you know, everything. So I thought it was kind of hokey to name my channel that, but when I finally did do it, everybody was like, "Oh man, Mid-South, that's got a good ring to it." And now I've got, you know, I'm over 1,000. I've got 1,180 subscribers now, and
Right on. Good for you.
you know, I'm trying to bring forth that truth like everybody else, and I'm not going for that money shot because, you know, I know they're there. You know, it's not a thing of believing, and it's not a thing of trying to get out there to get that shot. Because I mean, I know they're there. We all know they're there. You know, why try to get this picture instead of finding out what they are, why they're here, what's their purpose? You know, that's my main goal right now.
I don't know my purpose. I'm not worried about theirs.
So, I mean, yeah, that's that's my purpose on trying to figure out why these things here. And you know, I'm listening to everybody's theories and what everybody. So it's. I don't even get involved with the Bigfoot community because I mean, there is no community. Everybody is out for themselves, just backstabbing, just, you know. If you get a good clear shot, well, it's a man in a suit. If it's blurry, it's a stump. You know, it's kind of hard when these stumps get up and walk off. You know, I mean, it's just quite obvious.
Yeah, well, I there is a community, and I don't believe that everybody is, you know, out for themselves. You know, there are people out there that set bad examples.
I understand. It's
you know, on a whole, you know, I get there is, you know, it does leave a bad taste in your mouth. So, you know, you tend to want to blame everybody, but it's not everybody, you know?
Yeah, I understand. And it's just right now, I mean, I have 7 groups on Facebook, and I think my biggest group, I've got over 2,000 members in it, and it's a structure group. It's called Signs of the Sasquatch, and it's based literally on the structures. Or I'm trying to get my members to remember that. You know, a lot of people like sharing conferences and videos, which is fine. I don't mind it, but I'm starting to get like overloaded on conferences. And,
it's easy to get away from the original intent. You know,
that's right.
Of, you know, your main goal on the channel, you know, or on a page like that, because everybody wants to talk Bigfoot, but you want to concentrate on structures. And
yeah. But then they say I got other groups for that, just for that subject. You know, I got Mid-South Cryptids. It's right at 1,000 members right now. And I've got the most controversial subject on the Bigfoot subject. And it's a group called the Interdimensional Sasquatch Society. I didn't really think that group would take off, but I've got like over 300 members on it right now.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of people that's in chat, that's in the group. There's a lot of people in chat that's in all my groups. But that subject right there is just, man, I don't know. Like I said, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've seen some weird shit in the woods. I mean, I've lived out there in the woods. When I moved here to Mountain Home, for the first month I was here, I lived in the middle of the woods out in Gamelia, Arkansas, off of Lake Norfolk, off of the side of a mountain. And at night, I had visitors come in at night. I filmed, I had a live stream going. I had 3 deer walk up to the tent. All 3, the 3 deer had green eye shine. About 20 yards behind them, there was some burnt orange eye shine that was about 8-9 feet tall that was following the deer. And I got it on video. It was pretty cool. Everybody was like, "Look at that orange eye shine." And I said, "Yeah, oh shit, I'm looking at it." I'm like, about to piss my pants because I mean the smell that hit me, and I was like, "This is a Sasquatch." I mean, this is a Sasquatch right here. This is what you wanted. And but yeah, I get in my tent at night, the hoots and the hoops and the wood knocking. I mean, just continuously. I
Really?
get out of my tent, pull my camera out, it stops.
Yeah, I had that issue with dolphins. I pull the camera out, boom, they're gone.
Yeah, I remember I was in Grindal one time. We was floating in the Gulf of Mexico, and a porpoise flew up or came up right next to us, just the dorsal fin. I about freaked out. I just knew it was a shark.
Shark.
And that was it. My legs were like dangling. I was trying to get up on a raft, pushing everybody out of the raft. Get out, motherfucker!
Swim for it.
Everybody was like, "You dumbass! It's a porpoise." I'm like, "I don't give a shit. They got teeth too."
It's a dolphin. He did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I gotta say hi to the people. Seven Pearls, what's
Yeah.
up? Sean Patterson, how's it going, man? Good to see you. It's been a while. Jared, Crazy Indian, how you doing, buddy?
Oh my God, Jared, Indio Loco. Hey, Jared.
Yeah, man. Where's
I've known
your other
Jared
half,
for,
dude? Beauty around us.
7 years.
Who else? Stacy Perez. How are you, hon? Good to see
Hey,
you.
Mog, time to go. We got meatloaf cooking. I'm
Oh,
hungry.
nice.
Y'all
Well,
have a good night.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Great being here. Bye on our Iron Dogger. Sorry.
Thank you. No
And
problem.
I'll be back in chat in here a little bit.
Okay,
right on.
yeah, I would love to know about some of your structure, what you consider structures and stuff. I came across some this
Sure.
weekend, and I don't know what would be considered structures, and so I would love.
I was going to mention that, so
Yeah.
we'll probably.
Yeah. Just, I mean, like I said, my group on Facebook and my Mid-South Sasquatch Cryptid Research page on Facebook, I have a lot of photos. I mean, everything that I film and photograph out in the woods, I post there. And on my community page, too, I have a lot of pictures. So, yeah, check them out or contact me either way.
Okay.
Very good.
My Gmail is on my channel. And what the fuck? Okay. Something, my phone just wigged out or something. I don't know. Anyway. All right, guys. You have a good night.
All right, man.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye.
I keep forgetting LockBeard. What's up, man? I always see. I can itch on my back. Sorry. I see people saying hi to him, and I always scroll to make sure they're in chat before I. Just weird tick I have. And I keep wanting to say hi, but didn't get a chance. So what's up, LockBeard? Hey, great job on your channel, buddy. Really good job. Keep it up.
Has he come on here yet to talk to you about it, or
Not yet.
okay? I think he was working on some connectivity issues and stuff, but
all right, hold on. I just gotta do something. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy that he's doing what he's doing.
yeah.
We talked about it,
Yeah.
months ago. Like I wish he would just get his own, start a channel. I know he has stuff to say. I was trying to get in touch with him. First time I saw him get banned on Bigfoot Odyssey, I was a moderator and I was about to ask some questions and he got kicked off and I'm like, wait, where'd he go? And it wasn't until months later I found him again. And because he was talking about genocide of these creatures, and he mentioned that and people lost their shit and just like, he got kicked off. And ever since then, I've been trying to, I know he's an intelligent man and I wanted to hear about that at the time. So finally, there's a way to talk to him. It's not in chat. He gets to actually,
Yeah.
put it out there.
Say what's on his mind. And
Go Crazy Chris, not invisible.
What? Who's in? What? Hi, Chris.
Oh, wait. Oh, real deal. What's up?
Hey.
Chris says, uh-oh. Hang on. Get somebody backstage.
Greetings from South Carolina. I'm in a Burger King drive-thru getting my go-to Bigfoot bait, the Big King. If you want to catch a Bigfoot on camera, you gotta get a Big King.
What's up, Monthly Paulie blog?
How y'all doing?
How's
I
it
just called my
going?
cousin Dan to see if he was having any success, and he told me he hired a guy in a ghillie suit to run through a video that was 23 seconds long and very foggy. So with the humidity in South Carolina, I guess I could believe that, but I don't. Because I know Dan's nickname is Pinocchio. And he tells lies, and his nose grows and grows and grows, and nobody knows.
Oh, man.
But I just figured I'd throw that out there. I'm going to also get a large onion ring for me because I like onion rings.
Yeah, that's something I haven't had in a while is onion
Me
rings.
neither.
Maybe even a couple
Yeah.
double whoppers because I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
But
I
they
don't
can't
know.
be that plant-based one because I don't eat that vegan stuff. You know, I'm a meat eater from way, way back.
Yeah, that's
It
some.
goes back to corn the long way, meat the strong way, and everything else in between. We try to keep it on the level here. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I was in the drive-thru and I was getting Burger King because I like BK because you can get it your way, Daily Dan's way, Paulie Blog's way, anyway, Mogie's way, Jackie's way, any way you want it, you can get it. That's at Burger King. See ya.
I think I'm going to end up owing Burger King money or something, or they owe me money. We're fucking advertising for them.
Right?
Excuse me. Paulie's a nut.
Yeah, he's funny.
Tracy Benna, what's up? She says, onion rings is the only thing I like from Burger King.
I can't even remember the last time I went to Burger King.
I can't either.
It's been a long time.
I'm always a fries guy. You know, I always get French fries. I like my potatoes. Sean says fillet of fish all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fish, but oh.
What?
Fish, but what's up, man? Oh. Okay, we're getting an echo, so you have to turn off YouTube and okay, we're getting an echo, so you have. Can you hear me?
Is he frozen?
Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey.
So how's it
Awesome.
going, man?
That's going all right. How about you?
Good. I'm glad you popped on, man.
Yeah.
So you seem to be having good responses to your channel, right? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you hearing an echo?
No.
Not anymore, no.
Are you getting an echo?
I think I got a delay.
Probably.
It did that to me the other week.
Yeah, I don't know why. It does that occasionally.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to come back on. Try. Nah. You're on your phone, correct?
No, I'm on a laptop.
Oh, okay.
This definitely isn't working right.
Well, we can hear you and see you.
Yeah.
Will you jump back off and try again?
You can try that. Yeah,
That worked for me.
please.
All right.
Let me help you. Oh, there he goes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been wanting to
Hope
talk to
Seven
him.
Girls is feeling better.
Where is it? LIB, what's up?
What's up?
Patrick Vaughn, Richie Evans, what's going on? Okay, here he goes again. All right, let's try this again. Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. It's just not coming through my headphones for some reason.
Huh.
Make sure it's plugged in all the way.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work because there's a delay and you keep buffering on me.
Bummer.
But maybe we can talk.
Well, hey, we can see and hear you just fine. So, if and instead of going back and forth, if you just want to, if you have something to say, go for it.
Well,
Can you hear us all
I
right?
wonder if I could turn the camera off and make this work.
I don't know if that's going to change the delay, though.
It's got an awesome beard, I must say.
Hence the locks.
Yeah.
Bigfoot and I, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't think it is changing anything.
Oh, man.
Yeah, probably not.
What's up, little brother?
Dave Stewart.
Yeah,
how's
I
it
don't
going?
even.
Go ahead.
I don't think my signal's going to work with this for some reason. It seems to work on when I did the live stream.
Yeah, no, it worked. It worked fine when you did the live stream. Like I said, we can see and hear you. I don't know how much of a delay there is, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You're just breaking up some.
Damn. Almost wish I had closed captions.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your channel?
Yeah, I didn't expect that many people to show up.
On your channel? Really? I
Yeah.
think I think you've piqued a lot of curiosities, and I think people are pleasantly surprised, because I just don't think they expect. I don't know. I think people are enjoying your channel. I'm enjoying your channel. Okay. And I know everybody else that's listening that has seen your channel is enjoying your channel. So it's good to put a name with a face, but also a brain too, and a voice. And I'm glad you're using everything right now. That's awesome. Did that sound stupid?
Sure. Well, I caught half of that.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I'm not even hardly getting anything out of. I can't. You're breaking up so much. I can't hear you. I don't think it's going to work.
Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say?
Oh, nothing in particular. Everybody keeps telling me to get on here, so here I am.
Well, yeah, man. It's we're here to support you. Why not? I think it's great, and everybody should definitely check out LockBeard's channel. If this doesn't go right tonight, as far as the connection, and it's under LockBeard. Somebody I'm sure can put the link in chat. And Saturday nights 7 shit, 7 p.m. Eastern or 8. I think it's yeah. What time is it? 6 Central.
Yeah.
And listen, dude. Yeah, I got somebody sitting backstage, and I'm not bringing him up. Okay, not now. Sorry. Yeah, check out his channel, guys. Saturday nights. Thanks for leaving. So whoever was just backstage just bounced. So I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't want to push buttons or let other people push buttons. Put it that way. No offense to anybody. I didn't do that.
Oh, well, that was awesome. He came on. Hopefully, we
Yeah. Oh man, we'll get him on again. Hopefully he'll pop back. But like, I didn't do that. Yeah, I don't. You know what I was talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I
caught what you was putting down.
Yeah, not when I have a guest on. I want to promote, LockBeard and his channel and
make him feel welcomed, and as everyone is.
Absolutely, and he's always been. And I'm guilty, and I admit it. I took the advice of someone else, and when it came like to blocking him, and it's not something I wanted to do, and I listened to someone else, and then finally I was like, you know what, fuck that.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all adults here, people.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing when you take psychology classes, they always tell you that you will always find a bunch of personality disorders that you have. And a lot of people get freaked out by that. And they're like, oh my gosh, is there something wrong with me? Because they find out when they start learning about personality disorders that everybody has them and where they come from and why we have them and different belief systems and blah, blah, blah. And I think if every person actually worked on their own personality, all of those different things, we would shake out differently, because I think a lot of times when people project a lot of their fears and their, anger and, resentment and stuff elsewhere, instead of actually looking in that mirror and
internally,
head on. Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to do that. I call myself out all the time, but it's because of that.
But you're aware of it. It's something it's part of your,
but I don't think most people are aware. Yeah. And so, it's just understanding that everybody has these different personality. They call them personality disorders, but when you attach a word like disorder on something, it makes people
don't like that. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, everybody's got a little bit to something to work on.
Michael Haywood, what's up? Quick Witty, what's going on? Emma Johnson, how are you?
Oh, wow.
See you. Hey, Joe, Western New York Bigfoot Investigation Group.
Joe.
Brandy, you're welcome. Yeah, like I said, we'll get him back on. Hopefully, we'll get a better signal. He's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here, and like I said, I'm just glad he's doing what he's doing.
Yep.
Keep it up.
Yeah, it's good to hear someone say their opinion. Because like we were talking about it, when you read it in a text format,
it could come off wrong, but when you put a personality to it, and you see the inflections, and you realize what you mean.
Right, when you're able to see their eyes and make that connection.
Hold on, what's this? Nobody's beefing, Quick Witty. There's nothing wrong. Everything's cool.
Who's what? What? Who's what?
Quick Witty keeps saying, who's beefing?
Who's beefing?
Nobody's beefing.
I'm beefing up.
No, well, we have fun and we let people do, like Paulie loves to come on and do his Blockbeard and all these different, things. But when LockBeard is here, I don't need there's no reason to come on and make fun while he's here. Let's
Right.
be a little serious at times.
Because
Doesn't mean we don't love you, Paulie. We do.
Yes.
Nikki, how are you? Good
Hey,
to see you.
Nikki.
So yeah, let's, and I see Nikki just made a comment and I want to get back to this because I want to talk. I want to hear about Iron Dogger's weekend out. Did you already go through that? Not yet. Structures and stuff you're seeing. What have you been seeing out there? I saw some of your video.
Yeah, well, that's what I was, like everywhere around the cabin is what people consider structures. And so, like last year when I was out and walking around the cabin, a lot of those areas we've cleared out for a new shop, but there was tons of structures all around what would be considered structures all around the cabin. So a lot of now this year I'm going out and taking a more closer look at them again and trying to apply, some logical reasoning for why things would be the way they are. And, especially with Alaska, because the alders do all sorts of weird stuff. And so they'll lean, they'll twist, they'll bend, they'll curve, they there is no rhyme or reason, and then you add the weather and we get hurricane force winds. So things get broken off, twisted and snapped off, and all sorts of things can happen naturally. I have watched, out my window. I am very remote out there. And so, I have seen the changes in after storms and things like that. And so a lot of times when I'm looking at what people would consider structures, I look at and go, well, I could possibly find a natural reason that would be that way. But I did come across a few that were like, they confused me because like one piece in particular was cut. Like you could tell it was cut by a hatchet. And then where it was placed deep in there was stuck in between these trees. And it made absolutely no sense for it to be like that. So there's things like that where I find very peculiar. And I do want to learn more about that kind of stuff. So I'm out looking,
No, that's the only way you're going to learn and see these things firsthand is to get out there. I just got to address this real quick. Paul, we are having fun, dude. We don't want you to go away. You're not being a dick. Don't take offense. I just didn't want to put those, that wasn't the time. We're more than welcome to hang out, dude. You know that. We want you here. We want you to do your thing, your shtick. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah. I love his guest appearances.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't get all butthurt. We love you.
Lots of love. Yeah, so I don't know. And I don't know, Nikki, if you caught those sounds. I was out there wandering around and then one night I don't know, I just had these weird, we're still not sure what they are though. I think they're a bug or a bird or a bug bird, bug bird animal.
Excuse me. Yeah, but for you to be hearing those deep, raspy
labored breathing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I expected to find a dead animal out there. A big one, not. I mean, it was heavy, deep. Like it's hard. I'm so glad Zoom wasn't working, but you really can't get the
depth of it.
Yeah. There was some serious lung capacity for that. It's like it's definitely not a bird pulling that off, and certainly no bug. And when I first heard that swishing sound, it was like,
Kathy Thompson, what's up? No one's being mean. This is all, everything's good. Just
settle down.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. I just want, I don't want any misunderstandings. I wanted to have a serious conversation with LockBeard and not throw in comedy at that moment.
You're which is respectable.
What's up, Nikki?
Hey, hi guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
How you
So you
been?
have bug bird sounds. Is that what you said?
Bugbird. Yes.
Weird sounds. Check out her
I'm gonna have to
channel.
check that out.
Check out Iron's channel, and you'll hear some of these sounds on those videos. But yeah, she said one sounded like someone filling up an air mattress, and that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Wow.
All you hear
Okay.
is tss, 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 tss. It's
Yeah,
like
very
somebody
consistent.
pumping up an air mattress.
For like a long time, or
Yes.
was it? Oh my
Yeah. And
God.
so when I was in the
Big air
cabin, I'm like, who the hell is out in my yard filling an air mattress? Like that's why I was like,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would get annoying.
It was weird.
That would
It
get
was
annoying.
yeah. Like I said, I woke up my husband, and he, of course, he stumbles out there and he gets on the porch and he's like, what is it? And it's silent, like dead
Nothing.
silent. Like, nothing, not a plane, nothing. There ain't nothing moving out there. I'm like, oh God. Everybody knows Captain Jake just woke up. They're like,
Shoot.
right?
Shoot. My
Even
air
the
conditioner
cricket-
went
even the
out last
crickets
week,
shut up.
and I had to use one of those window air conditioners, and that thing was making all kinds of all night long, and I needed it. It's 100 degrees over here, so I thought I was gonna lose my mind or go bald pulling my hair out because that thing was crazy.
You're like, heat, sanity.
Yeah,
heat,
yeah.
sanity.
That's what I was doing all night long for like a week. Yeah, until they got my motor in.
You took up drinking.
Right?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Slugging the NyQuil.
I think I annoyed the hell out of my air conditioner people because I called them every day. Is it in? Is it in?
Last of the Wilds, what's up?
Leaving them recordings of your air conditioning at night.
I'm still in the heat. Where are you?
Last of the Wild says, what was that noise? That right there is the rare northwestern red bandanaed bugbird.
Bugbird. That's because that's the last thing I heard before I clicked over to over here. Did you say bugbird?
Yeah, you just never know what you find out there at the cabin, Nikki. I'm telling you.
Wow. Hey, it sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I try and, I'm really removed. Like, I'm so far out there. The closest even store is at least a 20-minute drive, and that's like a little gas station store,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
God, I don't think I would be that brave. Well, I guess in a cabin I would be brave to be out there. But I think tenting it way out there, I don't think I could do it by myself.
Oh, yeah, I love it. My dream is to get so far removed they have to fly in to come see me with a float plane.
Oh my goodness. I love watching it. You can record it for me.
That's remote.
Yeah, you record it. I'll watch it.
I'll live it. I'll show it to y'all.
Yeah, I live vicariously through everybody.
Through. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not many people like it. Like I've had my cousin who came up from New York and he was out there and he was so terrified the whole night. He's like, there's so many trees out here. Why are
Oh, I definitely love camping, but I'm thinking Alaska, big animals, Alaska.
Yeah. Big honkers.
Well, that's like me coming to Florida.
Yeah.
Sharks and alligators and what the where? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got big stuff,
Yeah.
Our bears even aren't that big, in the Southwest. They're not that big and they're pretty scrawny. But man,
Yeah, I
don't
only
know.
came across 3 bear piles like yesterday out farting around.
Oh,
That's
scat,
not,
really?
yeah, yeah, not abnormal. They're all over out there. My nephew watched a bear. He was out on our lake fishing because we got big pike in our lake, and he watched there was a mama moose and her new calf out there, and a bear came out and killed that calf right there in front. Yeah,
Oh,
Man.
like right there. It's National Geographic out there. It's horrible. And my nephew, who is, oh, he's a sweet, he's got a big heart, and he, of course, wanted to help save the moose, but he's not going to get in the middle of a bear on a feeding frenzy.
No.
But the mama moose ended up coming after them on the canoe in the water because she was so mad. She was so mad.
Distraught, no doubt.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cycle of life,
Yeah.
That's not how I thought the story was going to go.
Right.
No, I thought she was going to say, "Oh, he watched it take a dump," and I was going to be like, "It's confirmed, the bear does shit in the woods."
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, one year I was out there and had a bunch of women out, and we did this bunko party out on at my cabin. Oh my gosh. That was the weekend that the eagle decided to kill all the ducks on the lake. I
Oh
kid you
my
not. I
goodness.
was mortified. Those women were screaming, crying. It was a mess. There was feathers all over my lake. It was horrible.
It's terrible.
Horrible. Yeah, it was like, so now every time that eagle comes around, I'm out there yelling at him.
Oh my gosh,
Like my
duck
sister-
massacre.
My sister, when she was younger, they had a pigeon. They were living in Sedona, and they rehabbed this pigeon, and this thing would follow the car and everything. And and one day my sister's on the trampoline, and the pigeon's on the house, and it starts flying towards her, and a fucking hawk comes out of nowhere, bang, just takes off with the pigeon.
Oh.
Oh, see, nature's brutal.
Oh.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, no telling what's gonna happen.
Right? I know. I like to make friends with my little squirrelies and all the animals around the cabin. And I had this porcupine that I've just been protecting for dear life. I even had to threaten my dad with everything in me. Don't you kill my porcupine, Dad. And then I found it smushed on the road. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Bobby Younce, you're not helping things.
But
Florida has sharks, gators, wild hogs, black bear, panther, and lots of snakes, wild monkeys. Fucking moved to Jurassic Park. Jesus Christ.
right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's like the Australia of the United States.
Right. Gotta throw in a platypus. We're good to go.
Oh my god. I know my kids always wanted to cry when anything was dying. They National Geographic, like you said, would die. And I'm like, that's just the way life is. And but my kids, my oldest had little what do you call it, little gerbils? Little hamsters.
Hamsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought we got 2 girls. Well, no, we didn't. We had a girl and a boy, and they proceeded to have a gazillion babies. Even after I separated him, she had another litter. So I had like 18 babies at one time. And I'm like, I'm giving away free hamsters. Anybody want a hamster? I'm giving them away. And
just sell them back to the pet store.
well, my oldest daughter, who was about 5, I guess, at the time, she would get into the cage and play with them, which I was, more, that was fine, as long as she put them back and closed the thing and be good. Well, one time I picked her up from the couch where she had fallen asleep, and I was taking her to the bed, and I looked down, and there's this little dead hamster on the couch where she had it, and I guess she fell asleep and it went underneath her and suffocated. So I had to explain to her what happened to the hamster.
Oh no.
And that it went to hamster heaven, and he crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and he was with Grandma and Grandpa. That's that. Well, not even 4 or 5 days later, my daughter had a little Easter egg and she was playing with it. And she goes, Mom, Lucy went to hamster heaven. And I go, what do you mean? Where is she? She's right here. She had put the hamster in the little Easter egg and shut it. And it suffocated in the Easter egg. I was horrified. I was horrified that my daughter was killing hamsters. I went out and I had to buy locks and I put them on the cages so she wouldn't get into the cages anymore. Oh my God.
Wow.
I could just, I had a,
You're
it was
starting
horrible.
to worry.
We had to have a funeral for both of them. You know, it was full-blown funeral in the backyard.
Can't just flush it down the toilet like a goldfish.
Right.
No, not in my house.
Patrick Vaughn. I'm sorry.
What did he say? What did he say
Note
now?
to
He's
self,
picking on
drill
me.
holes in the eggs.
Right?
Poor little.
Joe,
Yeah.
hamster serial killer.
We had a hamster circus. I bought one of those little mini swimming pools. We let them all out in there with
Oh my
all kinds of
God.
little tubes and stuff, and they were all over the place.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
hilarious.
Little Habit Trail water park.
Yeah. And my only goal was to get rid of them before they started mating. Because you know
Oh, and
how
they will,
hard it
too.
is to sex a little hamster that big. Yeah, the race was on to get rid of them before they started having babies.
Like little bunnies.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I didn't know this, and here's some trivia or whatever, but the females can hold sperm. So even if you remove the male, they can still have another litter of babies. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
what happened the first time. Yeah.
I had a
It was
really
horrible.
bad joke, but I will not tell.
Ran from Nikki. We had over 75 of them damn things, and it was terrible.
Oh, Chris.
I was going out of my mind. I finally told my daughter that was it. They're out of here. I took them down the street to my neighbors I hated. To the neighbor I hated.
So awesome,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yep.
It's
I
awesome.
think everybody has a hamster story.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Nope, never had a hamster.
Flat Rock Booger. Bobby Mogs has the best podcast in the state of Florida. I doubt that. Thanks for the
Because you can
confidence.
talk about anything.
Anything.
Well, you know. So where were we at? We're still on those structures and stuff.
Oh yes.
So you're seeing like breaks and stuff. What kind of structures? Describe. You know what you're seeing.
Well, there was lots of different type. Okay, like I would come into an area that was mainly spruce trees, and the spruce bark beetles have destroyed a good portion of the spruce trees around the cabin. And so most of them are dead and rotted and drying out. So a lot of those are breaking and snapping, and when we get the winds, they're coming apart out there. So those I'm not too, whatever. A lot of those I can explain, but when you come into those areas that they're heavy spruce bark, and then you're finding alders that are by themselves, that
Don't
are
belong
mixed
there.
in there. They don't belong. It didn't fall from another, a birch tree, or like I'm finding all these different kinds of tree, limbs that are within areas that there's no trees around.
They were brought in.
Right. And, like I said, that one that had the hatchet cut marks on each end, that was clearly brought in there. And, it's hard to explain those kind of things,
I just gotta say goodnight to Breeze. Thank you so much for popping in the chat. I'm glad you're still hanging out. That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
Stay in touch, man. Good night.
Night.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the kind of different thing is like I'm trying to, find the oddities in there because some of them I look at and go, that could have been from a fire, like when wildfires come through an area, the trees do all sorts of weird, funky stuff, and then when you have firemen that come through to try and clear those areas and help get the, tame the fire down, you cannot count on those areas, in my opinion, as structures, because to me, I could look at it and say, oh, a fire went through there. And that's what happened in there. And because
Sure.
trees will bow, they'll cross, they'll do all sorts of stuff in there. So that, like I'm trying to rule out all of those
You're
kind of
debunking as you go. Absolutely.
right. But there was a few I came across that I kind of was like, this is weird. Like, how would this have fallen like that or gotten into this place? And, like the alder top that was carried in, that was really weird.
Yeah. Yep.
That's so cool that you can just walk out your door and do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know why I was like, I can't wait to get home.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But where you were, I mean, you were in Oregon, that's still.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm definitely not complaining, but.
Cryptids Canada, what's up, girl?
Oh, wow.
Welcome.
Right on. It's my neighbor.
You guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys, eh?
Don't ever change that, girl. Don't. Leslie, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I if you guys don't listen to Cryptids Canada, you should. Leslie does a great job. And if you didn't catch her, she wrote a book and she narrated it, and it's all out on her channel. Check it out. You did an amazing job with that book you wrote. That was awesome. Kudos. Don't mean to gush over you. But yeah, I watched, from the beginning. I saw you take off, and you deserve it. Keep going. You have to come on sometime.
Yeah, I love listening to her channel when I'm just, wanting to relax and.
Absolutely. I'm.
She's got a
It's
great
my nighttime chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Excellent.
So glad you're here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So guys, link is in chat. Anybody wants to pop on? Hint, hint.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Well.
Leslie says, "Oh, you made me tear up. Gush away."
I'll give you 10 minutes to stop.
Yeah. No, you do a great job. So
excellent.
Yeah, thrilled that you're here.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Such an awesome group of people. That's why I was shocked when he said we don't have a community. I was like, whoa.
No. That's why I jumped in. I was like, "Whoa, slow down here, sport."
Yeah, because that's all I've found.
We love you, but hold on.
Yeah. Like, Jake and I have been talking about hosting, a get together up here, which I think would be a lot of fun. Once all the construction and stuff is done. Yeah, we got to get some of those projects out of the way, but we'd love to have, host a footers expedition up here. I think it would be a lot of fun.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't it? I think it would be great.
I'd be there. I'd I'd walk if I had to.
Yeah, see, I could have everybody out there at the cabin. I got plenty of property and stuff, and there's
that would just be intense.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. I think, I think I couldn't, of course, pay for everybody's trip up here, but I could
but to have a destination to go to and a that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, even have people get in once they open the borders and stuff, RV trip up through Alaska, and just I think
go through Canada awesome. And yeah.
How long does it take to drive through Canada?
Just a few days. Depends on your likely story.
Thanks for the confidence, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. He hasn't even seen it.
See, Ruth can say, "Bring it on." She's already in Alaska.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was talking to Robin about it through text, and she'd be the woman I'd make organize it because that woman's organized as get out. But yeah, I think it'd be fun. I'd love to do like a women's trip. Have like all the women come up and do the women's venture up here, and then do a footer venture up here, like free for all. I think it'd be interesting.
man.
Well,
That would be
an amazing voice for narration. Thank you.
Definitely. I would save money to do something like that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I'd go do that. Hold on, let me bring up Joe.
2023 would be.
What's up, Joe?
Hey,
Joe?
hey, what's going on? Hey, I just wanted to pop on real quick and say, Nikki, yes, I do have a hamster story. No, I can't tell it in public.
They haven't found it
Is
yet.
it a Richard Gere type of story?
They said they haven't found it yet.
I'm not telling. They won't let me in that store anymore. But anyway, just remember one rule of thumb, Iron. When you're out there, like they say, once you rule out every other possibility, whatever's left, no matter how unlikely or improbable, must be the answer.
It's Occam's razor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Thank you.
All right, guys. You know it.
Joe.
All right. Don't let out about the hamster thing.
Your secret's safe with us.
What's up, Mid South?
Oh, I'm stuffed.
Did you went eat? How was the meatloaf?
Dude,
That good.
dude, he cooked them in muffin pans,
Oh, interesting.
Oh, those are good.
I've heard.
and it actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, anything's good with enough Heinz 57 sauce on it. But yeah, it turned out pretty good.
That's an interesting.
We got a garden out here. He grew a bunch of carrots, and they sort of microwaved them, and they didn't turn out too good. So they're like chewing a piece of gum.
She wants to go to Canada. I mean,
Carrot gum.
Alaska.
Alaska. She's already in
Carrot
Canada.
gum.
I think it would be a blast. Dad, we're gonna let you host the party too.
Oh shit! Goddamn cicadas!
Cicadas?
Cicadas, yeah.
They don't eat much.
Cicadas.
Yeah. Wait till one flies on your face, and you'll really know. Yeah, I had one got in the house a while ago, and it just like disappeared. I mean, it went up on their chair, and poof, it was gone. I was like, "Where the fuck did it go?"
Oh, well, you'll
Like,
hear.
that's gonna be really cool. You're gonna be sitting there snoring, it goes in your mouth or something, and
Well,
you ain't gonna think it
have to go there, dude.
No.
ain't gonna be too funny then.
Mm-mm.
You just wake up.
Oh, wait.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh my God. Okay, maybe I won't go.
I'll be armed, Dad. So you just have fun with that.
That, you know what? That would be like, that would be an ultimate outing right there. Yes. Now I'm thinking about this. This could be really cool.
Ladies,
Can I
I'm
tell
not going to tell anyone when our outing is.
Okay.
It'll be private chat invitation only.
Definitely.
So
We'll
what's
tell you like the day before we leave. Just so someone knows where we are.
The bug birds are attacking.
I would have missed that. Oh,
Still crazy, Chris. I think the borders are still closed.
Yeah.
the borders.
She says she's not flying at all.
Yeah, they're
Kid-
still
kidnap a
closed.
boat.
But by the
Oh
time
my-
I do this, they'll be open. That's when
Yeah,
recording
it would.
Hey, the Mexicans don't care how much they throw a fence over that fence quick. A fence, a ladder. I was watching a video the other day. They had one of those chain ladders that go up, and they were just filming them. They were just going up there, going over the fence, and drop the ladder down and walk off. Like
They're doing that all the time. They have
Yeah.
that ladder and they drag the 2-year-old kids and they flip the kids all the way over the wall, and they just let the kids fall over the wall. It's horrible. It's
catapult.
really, really
Yeah.
bad. They're not showing a lot of that,
Right.
but it's
Yeah.
really
The
bad over
alternate
there.
There's a-
to that,
there's a lot
though,
they're
if
not
I
showing.
can be that devil's advocate, if they're facing people with machine guns mowing down their families, I would pitch my kid over a fence as opposed to having them mowed down by a drug lord. Like that would be
Oh,
if
yeah,
I had
it's
there
really
ain't no
bad.
question. I would do
It's still
anything
really
to
bad.
save my family.
Big Rob,
Fucking
thank you
baby.
so much for putting Crypto Canada link in chat. Guys, please, if you haven't, definitely check it out. You'll really enjoy it.
my neighbors over here fighting over the last beer.
Uh-oh. You might want to duck and cover.
Oh, okay, Ramio.
Bullets are going to start flying soon.
Anyway, the store is a block down the street.
The fight's going to be over who's going to get the beer.
They're spilling it there. I mean, they're spilling it everywhere. It's like
Bring your
Idiot.
straws.
It's not my idea of the 5-second rule, but you know.
If Ozzy can do it.
I'm subbed to his channel on YouTube. He's a trip. Ozzy is.
Isn't he funny?
He had one today where he dyed his hair. He dyed his hair brown, and he was fucking with his hair. And his Sharon came up and said, "Why is 2 of your fingers brown?" And he was like, "Well, it's not like I was scratching my ass." He said, "I had my fingers in my hair."
The dye's coming off.
Yeah, the dye is coming off. She said, if it stays too long, it's gonna sit. And that's what he says. It's like, well, it's not like I was scratching my ass.
He's so funny. Would you have imagined 25 years ago that we would be watching Ozzy in his house? Like, seriously.
I know.
Like, 30 years ago? There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, he's high all the
right off
time.
the head of a bat. Dude, did you see that?
Right?
Yeah, I remember that concert. That was a Speak of the Devil tour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or Blizzard of Oz, one of the two.
Oh, yeah. Blizzard of Oz.
I was never that into him. So
Oh, I was.
Well, I listened to Black Sabbath growing up, and Black Sabbath was one of my favorite bands.
That's about it. I mean, some of his later stuff, but I never was that into it.
All of my speeches in speech class were about Ozzy and how he was not the devil. My teachers loved me.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a big Ozzy fan.
Me too.
Excuse me a second.
He's got cancer, don't he? Don't he have like prostate cancer?
He's got early onset Parkinson's.
That's it.
Oh, okay. That's why he stays so high all the time.
Well, that had nothing to do
All of
with
his
that. That
videos.
was
I mean,
just
every
him.
video he's got, he's like doing a Thorazine shuffle, walking around just.
Yeah.
The fucking dogs are barking.
Leslie says, I'm a Led Zeppelin and Metallica fan myself. Absolutely.
Oh, I love Metallica.
Oh, shit. I'm not wearing my Led
Dang.
Zeppelin. I was going to wear my
One
Led
of the-
Zeppelin shirt.
Best concerts.
I had,
Metallica concert.
I had a Robert Plant Jimmy Page shirt on a little earlier today.
It's funny. If you know the what do they call it? The Zoso album or whatever, where it's got the 4 symbols on it.
Yeah.
It's got the feather and 3 circles, and yeah. Well, I painted. In '85. I bought my first vehicle was a brand new Ford Ranger, and my dad co-signed for it, whatever. And
That was the big body style, wasn't it?
no, it was small. No, they didn't. That was that was early, the later 70s, like 77, 78. They had those full-size Rangers. But anyway, on the tailgate, I hand painted the signs from the Zeppelin album, all the Zoso, and my dad's shit. I'm painting on a brand new truck.
Oh, man.
I never had a brand new vehicle.
That was the only one
I owned. Anyway, I wrecked a couple that wasn't mine. But that's another story.
Yeah, Leslie. So we, my fascination is Bigfoot. I've had paranormal experiences. Iron Dogger over here. She's what you've had some Bigfoot experiences, right?
Yeah, paranormal. Yeah.
And if you're wondering about the name Iron Dogger, you want to explain that real quick?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's actually a title from a race that's up here in Alaska. It's actually now over 2,000 mile snow machine race through Alaska's wilderness in less than a week. And so
Death Race 2000.
Yeah. Missy and I are still the first and only women's team to have finished the pro class of it. So.
Well, it's funny because I just heard on Cryptids Canada earlier, there was she was telling a story about the girl got trapped in a cabin, and there were snow machines involved, and the girl who in the story said she'd never ride them again, and I believe that Leslie, she rides, so I should appreciate the fact that of your title.
What part of Alaska you're from?
I live outside of Wasilla.
I don't know where that is. I got a friend of mine that lives in Anchorage.
Oh, okay. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's our biggest city in Alaska. Even though Juneau is the capital, it's landlocked. Like you can only fly in or get there via boat. But
isn't there an oasis area in Canada? I see this all over YouTube. There's a certain area in Alaska that's like a tropical
rainforest
in the middle of and only the elite is allowed to go there, and only the elite knows where it's at. And I don't know. The Garden of Eden, maybe. I don't know.
No, there's lots of weird rumors about stuff that's up here because you've got a lot of very rich people that come up here and buy lots of big, like 200 plus acres of tracts of land and stuff. And so what they're doing way out in those places, there's lots of rumors. But in southeast Alaska is very tropical. Like Alaska itself, like the state is so massive that you will have complete like 90-degree temperature difference in the same state in the same day. And it's just completely different topography and everything. So down in southeastern, you have the big, huge, we've got the Tongass National Forest down there, but up in northern Alaska, there's no trees. It's all just barren, and so it's quite
snow and ice. Huh?
Yeah, it's a huge, vast difference all over the state. So
I was born and raised. I was born in New Orleans and raised in a little small town that's in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans and southern Louisiana. That's where my first encounter I had when I was 12. I had my first encounter with a skunk ape. It was me and 3 other friends. We all seen the same thing, and this thing was like 3 feet from me. I mean, that that's what started me on. I had always been interested in Bigfoot and a lot of the cryptids. I've seen the Patterson Gimlin film when it first came out. I mean, I was like real young when it first came out, but I remember it to this day, and that's what first started me on it. But with that said, I mean, I'm getting memories now that I get up in my 50s. I'm getting memories of on my mother's side, her family. My grandfather raised hogs, and I can remember as a kid, all the adults gathering all the children and rushing them into the house, hollering, "There's a booger on the property! There's a booger on the property!" And I can remember my grandfather taking one of the hogs out of the pen, going out to the swamp and tying it up and leaving it. And I was, I asked my dad, why is he doing that? And he's just like, you're too young to understand what's going on.
It's odd.
But
He's making an offering.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I found out later on in the years was that every month a hog would come up missing out of the pen. So that's why he would do that. He would take the youngest or the most smallest hog out of the batch and bring them out to the swamp tied up so that they wouldn't come up and take the rest of his game, his prize hogs. But yeah, I remember my father putting me up on top of one of the posts in the pen one day, and my grandfather pointing out into the swamp and said, look, there's one right there. And I don't remember seeing it, but I remember later on in the years, my father saying, yeah, that was a booger. There was a booger out there. And he said, that's why we'd always get you in the house. And my grandparents moved. They sold that place and moved out to St. Prairieville, Louisiana. And they had a house that was no woods anywhere around. I mean, it was just clear, flat land. And that's the way he wanted it because they had trouble with the boogers all the time, coming up into the yard, coming up to the house, and even coming into the house. Because my grandma would leave a big slop jar on the back porch. And she'd always tell us kids, like, don't mess with that pot. If you hear something at night, stay in your bed. Don't go in the kitchen. Don't go outside. And I always thought, they were just scaring us, telling us kids that just to be, don't go in the swamp, the boogers will get you out there. And I was like, okay, no damn boogers out there, And then after a while, I was 12 years old. This was my first encounter. My dad was going to skin my hide for skipping school. So me and 3 friends went out to the swamp, and I was hiding from my dad. That's what I was. And this damn booger comes out of the swamp, out of the sawgrass. I mean, he wasn't but 3 feet in front of me. It was just for a split second. I mean, it turned, it looked at all of us, let out a big old huff out of us, and then turned around, walked right back in the swamp. And everybody else's parents told them, y'all crazy. Don't talk about this. Do not say nothing. My mom, she was like, I believe you. She said, it's true. She sat me down and she said, you don't remember this when you was a child? You don't remember this when you was a kid? And I was like, yeah, I remember that. And she said, they're there. Just don't fool with them. Just leave them alone. So, but that just persuaded me to go further and research it, So, yeah. I mean, in my teenage years, I stayed in the swamp. I didn't have another sighting until I was in my 20s, but
it just amazes me that,
wow.
Take you for example, you grew up with this in your paradigm, if you will. And, other people don't even believe it exists.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so weird to me that there's such a vast, it exists. It's been part of your life.
Yeah.
This
It's
guy over
always been a
here
part
is
of my
saying,
life.
"Oh, you're
And
full of shit. I've been a hunter all my life, and I've never seen anything like that in the woods before."
what
I've heard
really
it many times.
what's really surprises me is the researchers that go out there and never see one. You know, that they spend, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years researching the subject and never see one. You know, and I'm like, how long, how many times do you go out in the woods? I mean, do you just like go out there for a couple hours or once a week, And, I spend practically every day out in the woods. I go on Google Earth and I look up and I try to find the biggest area to go to. And I spend all day out there. I mean, I don't film every time I go out there. Sometimes I don't even bring a camera, and I go out there. I go about couple of miles out in the woods. I find me a spot. I sit, I listen, I watch. And I think that's about the best thing you can do is sit and watch because they'll come to you. I mean, if you got a pure heart, a good heart, they know that.
And I believe that.
Know that.
I believe they know intent.
Yeah, I mean, they know as soon as you walk into the woods. I mean, they spent hundreds of years out there in the woods. So that's their home, their living room. It's so easy for them to hide. They've spent 1,000 years hiding from us. Everybody's like, well, why isn't there a body? Well, there's been plenty bodies. It's just not recognized, and when it's shown in the media, it only stays there for like a couple days. Like when Mount St. Helens, we had all that fires. There was 3 bodies that were taken out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Probably there was more than that.
Yeah.
And just people didn't really pay that much attention to it. But there's so much evidence out there. I get really uptight when these people come on and they're like, "Oh well, there should be a body, or more people would have seen it by now." Well, most people ain't looking for it. It's just us researchers, people that's enthused with the subject, people that are interested in it. These are the people that are more than likely going to see it. But just your average person, that may see the Patterson Gimlin film or may hear about it on YouTube and watch, a couple channels every once in a while. They're the ones that's like, it's got to have a body. You gotta have a clear picture, a clear video.
Yeah, they're not
it's not
being
like
given the data though. They have no idea what data's out
when's
there.
the last time you seen a rabbit come out and pose for a damn picture? Or it's like Carrie Arnold was saying the other night, there's over 30,000 white-tailed deer. How many do you see? How many do you see when you go out hunting? You may not see a deer for a year, but there's still 30,000 out there in that state.
Yeah.
So you figure, Bigfoot, there's at least 10,000, say there's at least 8,000 per state, maybe 6 per county, or 6 per every 5 miles. Well, who's going to stand out there in the woods every single day looking for one? I am, but the average person, no.
Nope.
They're not.
Well,
Dorothy
like
Lang says average people don't hang out in the woods.
Yeah.
My dad has spent his entire life in the most remote parts of Alaska, and I can tell you, he has seen more of Alaska than a lot of people. And as far as an avid hunter and just totally being out there, and he doesn't have any encounters. He has no.
They stay away from hunters. I mean, yeah, they know what a gun is. They absolutely know what a gun is because, I mean, hell, when the Civil War was out, you don't think they was in them woods watching us idiots kill each other?
Yeah, and then like one of his really good friends who I thoroughly respect, you know, he's another one that goes out bear hunting with dogs and pulls as mules pulling you know. I mean, we're talking gets way out there and he is adamant. I mean, him and I have had some very heated discussions on the topic where he's like they just don't exist and he finds it ludicrous, you know, that someone like me would even entertain it. But I've had too many,
I've
and
had
they were, and I
9
was young,
encounters in my
so
life.
you know, yeah. Anybody that's had it or had an experience, you know, once you know, you don't need to have anyone, you know,
Prove it to
confirm
you.
anything for you.
I
You know,
Sure.
you're just out
I
trying to confirm more
researched
things for yourself, I guess.
I researched the same area for 5 years when I lived in Tennessee, and I had a clan that I researched. I had a juvenile that used to follow me every time I'd enter the woods. It would parallel me everywhere I went. I mean, I didn't see it every time, but I knew it was there. I could hear it pacing my steps. You know, I could hear it stepping on twigs, grunting, huffing. I did a live stream here not too long ago. I had Miss D on and a couple others. This growl came from the woods. I mean, everybody heard it. It was loud. I was like, yeah, it's about time for me to go. And and so I got out of there, but it's clearly heard on that video.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've had several instances of that where I had one growl at me, or how you put it, huff. I want to say huff, like it, like like a deer, like you know. And I've had some weird shit happen. I mean, I've got a video I made out in Shelby Forest in Tennessee. Me and this researcher I was working with me. I filmed. There was 3 different areas in front of these trees. Looking with our eyes, even looking with our bare eyes, we could see these beings standing in front of the tree, but they were blurry to our eyesight. And even on video, you can see them. One of them reaches down on the ground and grabs something off the ground, and I've got it on video. That video is called 032 it's time stamped 032 to 036. Creature blinks 3 times, and on video, I don't know what it is. It's not a Sasquatch. I don't know what it is. It's some weird looking being, and it's blowing these rings out of its mouth to these 2 little creatures sitting on a branch next to it. I mean, I've got 2 videos that zoomed in, and you can see this thing. Its eyes is blinking. Its mouth is moving. You can see all of its teeth. I mean, it's really freaking weird. And I don't know what it is. Nobody has been able to tell me what this thing is. I mean, it's some sort of, I don't want to say interdimensional creature, because I mean, it's there. It's flesh. I mean, you can see it on video. And everybody's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll see, you know, I'm trying to figure out myself. But on that video, you can hear this loud, it's a stomp. It's where a Bigfoot stomps his foot in the ground, and it vibrated. It vibrated the camera. I felt it in my chest. And the guy that was with me, he said, what the fuck was that? And I was like, that's a stomp saying, you're too close, go away. So we turned around and walked a little further back. And then I came across a glyph on the ground. This was a hill going down, and I found some prints going up the hill. Then when you got to the top of the hill, there was a piece of ground that when you put your hand in there, your knuckles lined up in the ground. You could see the knuckle prints in the ground. to where it scooped out some mud and placed the mud on the side of the hole, and it grabbed a tree and twisted the tree. It broke the tree over and then twisted it. I got several pictures of that. But right next to the tree is like probably 8 or 9 sticks in a formation. It's like, it's not none of the normal glyphs that you see on the ground, like the asterisk or the X's or anything like that, the A, or this is like, it's a bunch of, every branch is from a different type of tree. And there's no trees around this area. So where the fuck did they come from? I mean,
that's what Iron was saying earlier.
It's not like it fell 50 feet from that tree and bounced over in this area and gathered in this little section with, it's weaved all together. And it's not like it fell like that. I can see deadfall when, a tree breaks over, and you can tell when something's natural from, nature happens. And then you can tell when something's deliberately done.
Manipulated. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I try to do a full inspection on all my structures that I find, and I try to come up with the ways and debunk it on, how did this happen? Did this branch fall this way, or did a storm come through and knock it over and make this formation? But when you find a tree that's been pulled out of the ground and the roots are sticking straight up in the air and the tip of the tree is shoved down in the ground, I mean, especially if a place that doesn't have tornadoes, doesn't have big storms, and this tree, have you ever tried to pull a sapling out of the ground? Just a regular little small sapling? It's impossible.
That's a tug. Yeah.
And then you got a tree that's as big around as your leg, turned upside down with the roots sticking up. I mean, oh yeah, that's I've got some idiots on some of my pages that was like, oh, a storm came through and flipped it upside down, and I'm like,
no, idiot. Because it's happened in multiple places. It's reported, all over the place.
I mean, some of the same structures are seen all over the world.
Yep.
I mean, in everybody's research, God damn it, in everybody's research areas, we've got the same structures, like the asterisk. It's an X with another branch going through the middle of it, or it's like it's an X with a branch at the bottom. I call it a bottom rocker because I like biker influence or bottom rocker. But the X with the branch at the bottom, or it's parallel with the X. I mean, I see that everywhere
all the time. Yeah.
And the X's are so uniform. I mean, they're like something out of what you would see on paper. The X is just so uniform. And now I've seen branches, fall out of trees and make an X formation on the ground. It's just like crude. It's like, you can tell that it's natural. But I really get into the structures. I mean, I try to figure out, like the Indians. I mean, I've got some Native American blood and what the fuck?
Another cicada.
Yeah. God
It's
damn
the
it.
bird bug. It's the bird bug, man.
It's one of those.
Bird bugs.
Oh God.
You all right?
Did you survive?
That damn thing went down my pants. I was like,
No.
fuck.
That's a thrill for either you or the bug or both.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Hold your tongue, Russell. Hold your tongue.
Oh.
I know.
Had to happen when I'm on a live show. I swear to God.
Don't burn the house down.
That's all right.
Flamethrower.
But we are at little over 2 hours. I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight. We'll continue this. Yeah, Mid-South, come on, another time, and we'll
It's been
conversation.
I just I had a job to where I was working till midnight, and I was working at the Dairy Queen here in Mountain Home, and I got fired. So, but I cussed the boss out, so literally I got fired anyway. But yeah, I was working till midnight, so I haven't been able to catch any shows on YouTube, and now I'm unemployed again. But
back to YouTube.
Back to YouTube. Back to my research.
Yeah, you'll find something.
Oh yeah, I mean I've applied at a couple places. A Mountain Home, everybody's hiring. I mean every single business in town is hiring, but nobody's wanting to work because they're still getting this unemployment. It's $300-400 a week, and hell, I mean I worked a whole quarterly over at Dairy Queen. I'm thinking about going to file up unemployment myself.
Well,
shit, I need some free weed money. Use the government's money to go and buy weed.
You're sure to get it now.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
All right, dude.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night, everybody in chat.
You too.
I want to say a few shout outs to, some of my mods on my channel, Sharon Guy, Sandra Piper, Ken M. Glad to have you guys. Sandra Piper and Sharon Guy has been so good to me and helped me in my times of need, and I really appreciate them. I want to thank you guys. And Sharon, I did pray for your daughter. Thank God she came out like she did, and she didn't have to have surgery. I'm glad to hear that. But okay, guys. All right, Moggs. Thanks, man.
My pleasure. Thank you.
$100.
See you soon.
All right, and who's that? Nikki? Wow, that's my sister's name.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay, man. Y'all be good.
It's like
Premature. Well, I won't go there. Okay.
ejection.
Yeah.
That's the word you're looking for. Ejection.
Yeah, ejection.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I'm just gonna eject myself too. Y'all have a good night. Love you. Bye.
I see. Good night. See, you got company behind you. Right on.
Boy.
What's up, Joe?
Hi.
I saw you taking your mom out on the quad. Right on, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had a good time yesterday.
So, what are you guys riding? Polaris?
That was.
It's an unspeakable. Sorry, Yamaha Grizzly.
Yeah, it's a Yamaha Grizzly 450.
You say that almost apologetically.
I am. Sorry, Barb. Sorry, Barb.
Anyway, that's cool. Yeah, keep getting her ass out in the woods. Don't let her go out there alone.
I try. I also try not to overdo it. So.
Yeah, because she would definitely overdo it, I'm sure.
Yeah, if she was in control of the throttle, we'd probably still be out there.
Up a tree.
Nope, just keep going. I
want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. It was a good show. Everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. Leslie, thank you so much for stopping in. Cryptis Canada, guys, check her out, please. It's she's doing great.
She is awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had her numbers, but no, you guys know it's not about the numbers for me. It's quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
And thanks to all my mods, Big Rob putting that link out there. Right on.
So awesome.
If you guys enjoyed the show, hit below, the like, share, subscribe if you're new. Any newbies in there? Obviously, Leslie has already subscribed, hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the future, Leslie, if you want to come on, we're laid back here. We have a good time. Sorry about all the weed talk, but we're a bunch of potheads.
Would love to
But-
have her
but-
on.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a good time here, and we respect one another.
Yeah.
We try to, and if somebody doesn't, we make sure we address it. Anyway, guys, we'll see you. I will be back Thursday. I don't know what Iron Dogger's doing. She's welcome. I always try to drag her on Thursday nights because I hate doing it by myself now. But yeah. All right, guys. We will see you then. Have an amazing night.
Yeah.
Peace and God bless.
See ya.